gente, estamos arrancando otra vez con Alan Wake porque resulta que tiene algunas escenas medias complejas para YouTube, que a YouTube no le gustan, así que nada, después me di cuenta que tiene una opción para censurar y nada, ya la activé y voy a arrancar de vuelta otra vez. Igual no jugué mucho, jugué el principio nada más, así que nada, voy a arrancar de vuelta. Porque si no, es un dolor de huevo. Después ponerse a pixelar uno a la hora de editar, prefiero hacerlo así, listo, ya está. Normal. Vamos. Jugué al principio nada más, así que... nada, tengo entendido que es bastante largo este juego. Por lo que escuché. No conozco nada igual del juego.
We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
El pequeño Alan.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be.
¿Qué es el subtítulo?
This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Pequeño alce. Bueno. Por lo menos ahora aparece con los calzoncillos puestos. Antes aparecía sin los calzones puestos. Y había otra escena más adelante que era bastante complicada. A ver. Yo no me acuerdo cómo terminar el Alan Wake 1, la verdad. No sé si será... no sé si será... o sea, si es una continuación directa o es un... o sea, es una especie de cameo y fue... o sea, hace referencia y nada más y listo. ¡Ay, concha tu madre! Ya sabía que aparecía eso ahí, boludo. ¿Por qué me asusté de vuelta? ¡Ay, la puta madre! Yo solo tengo fuerte el volumen de los auriculares. Ay, Dios. La concha de tu madre. ¿Eso qué carajo? Salí, hijo de puta. Corro por otro lado. Uy, me están disparando. Uy, pará, loco. ¡Ah, no me mates! ¡No me mates! ¡No! Le hicieron cuch. Bueno. El culto del árbol. Tranqui. Tranqui. Arrancamos tranquilo. Alan Wake 2.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
How
I'm
are
good,
you?
Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Bueno, quiero buscarlo.
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Punto 9 FPS.
Worth memorizing.
Más o menos.
Swallowed up
Ah,
by the trees.
Está bien. Está todo en ultra, así que. Voy a buscar la comida. A ver. Bueno, gente. Llegó la Llegó la comidita. Rica empanadita. Mapa. Mapa.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Sí.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry.
Los policías de campo.
Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Oh.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Tablero.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again.
Arriba,
for
empanada,
each
jamón y
case,
queso.
using each field office as a model.
Está
in my head.
espectacular.
The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Tablero, en el caso seguir con escape.
I see you're already hard
Bueno,
at work.
mataron gente anteriormente,
Close to cracking.
aparentemente.
We're just getting started.
De la
Let's head
misma,
down the hill to the
de la
crime
misma
scene.
manera. O parecido.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Claro, está rematando, pobre.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that.
Camina, camina, guachín. Vamos a ver el cuerpo de Chirola. Bueno, él viene por acá, debe ser por acá.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only
Dijo
thing
umbrella.
around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Ah, claro, empezó a llover. Perdón, no estaba leyendo.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Vamos.
So, FBI, huh?
Más vale, perro.
That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootings with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
Los ovnis.
Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We
Bueno.
found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor.
Bueno.
Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Acá.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Un ritual. Ah, el culto del árbol era, ¿no? Desbloqueaste imagen clave, bla, bla, bla. Acá.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town.
El caso nuevo.
Coincidence?
Consistente con asesinatos anteriores. Cuando una imagen clara aparece una pregunta nueva. Abre. Ah. Ahora no tenemos más nada por ahora. Consigue
The
pistas del
killer
cadáver.
left the heart right next to the body.
Dejó el corazón junto al. Ah, acá está el corazón. No, yo no lo veo bien, pero está ahí.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him
Me
down.
matamos en las muñecas.
Inside stab wound.
Y
Chest
punzante de
cut open.
torcedor. Sí, bueno.
Heart removed.
No me había dado cuenta. No. ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Ah, este. Acá.
Heart removed from chest. Strapped by the wrists.
Le las muñecas.
Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
4 asesinatos. Pide una pregunta abierta, desbloquear la deducción. A medida que avanza la investigación se desbloquean las preguntas. Ahora ella como que esto, como que lo maquina todo en la cabeza y va sacando toda la data. Ahora puedes recorrer el tablero. Sí, ya entendí, no hace falta darme indicaciones de todo. La víctima, él o los asesinos.
Who is our victim? Who killed him?
Claro,
Need to find more clues.
a ver.
Any
Este
idea
Gil
who
debe
the
ser.
victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was
Nightingale.
FBI. You came to town
Mira.
about
Ah, compañero de ella
13
era.
years ago. I
Bueno,
haven't heard a word about
capaz que
it
ya todavía ni
since.
estaba en el FBI, ¿no? Pero
Until now.
se entiende. Nightingale.
Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico.
¡Oh,
Worked
chaval!
cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this
O sea, las otras
town
víctimas
wants to
también
forget.
desaparecieron hace 13 años.
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Acá hay algo.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Bueno, vamos a la sala de pensar. Mesa salpicada de mucha sangre, la víctima. O acá. Ah. Pares de huellas.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers.
Sí, había bastante
Quite
gente.
the party.
Confío en la opinión de Cassie sobre la gente. Parece que nuestra víctima no era estable, o sea que no era muy estable mentalmente.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
¿Premeditado o espontáneo? Ah, parece más premeditado que
They planned
espontáneo.
for the murder to happen here,
Ah,
passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale?
claro.
He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
¿De dónde salió la víctima?
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Con la intuición, Saga descubre pistas nuevas cuando hace perfiles de personas de interés.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Why?
Switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Ahora, ¿cómo sabe ella todo eso? Tipo, ¿cómo llega a esa conclusión? O sea, debe tener una especie de poder raro, una cosa así. Pero no me acuerdo bien del Alan Wake 1. Lo jugué en la 360 hace 1000 años atrás. Ni me acuerdo cómo terminaba el juego. Percibo que Nightingale salió del lago. ¿Por qué ahora, después de 13 años? ¿Dónde estuvo?
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Claro. Habría que
Casey,
ir al lago.
let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This
Sounds
way,
good.
right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Chao, guachín.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude.
¿Sabes? No, o sea, la mina se enteró de todo.
Ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds,
Cuando
strapped
lo
him to the
ataron a la
table,
mesa y le quitaron el
cut his
corazón.
heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Madre desnudo en esta época del año. Todavía no recuerdo esa parte.
Lots of questions.
Lots of
¿Dónde estoy? Ah, mira. Cabaña de la bruja. Qué mala espina que da esto, boludo. ¿Y eso hacia dónde va? Ah, baja. ¿Se puede entrar acá? ¡Uy! ¡Se metió así de una! ¡Tranquila! Bueno, vamos. No nos desviemos del camino.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
Claro, este es el árbol gigante por el que pasó Nightingale.
It
Ah,
is
pero
kind
esto
of creepy, though.
Pero esto estaba abierto cuando él pasó. Pero él pasó por acá abajo.
Tracks.
Huellas.
Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
Claro.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Alguien lo tapó.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us.
Ah, pasó muy rápido.
One of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Claro. No, pero ese secreto no. Veas secretas temblaban más allá del umbral.
I should profile Nightingale about this page. We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Están debajo de la roca.
I think he came from the lake.
Otra cosa desconocidas, ¿no tienen qué?
But his tracks make no sense.
No tiene sentido. Hago las preguntas incorrectas. Algo escondido dentro de él.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it.
Odio todo.
Said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Bueno, cochito. Por ahí me serví jugo. Che, está muy copada la historia, ¿eh? O sea, bien. Va, si te gusta la onda detective mezclado con un poco de paranormal
Deputy,
o algo así.
I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for
Wah.
another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it
Oh,
myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks.
Gracias, gato.
Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner.
Los Booker.
I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
These aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Claro, o sea, un pueblo chiquito, tranquilo, empieza a pasar esas cosas. Tipo, saben por dónde sale disparando. Igual una movida media rara me parece ahí, Como dicen, pueblo chico, infierno grande.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Acá hay algo, mira.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
Ah,
He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
la lonchera de Alex Casey. El mismo apellido que el chabón. A ver qué onda.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod,
Yo no entiendo un carajo.
tracks leading
O
to
sea,
a
hay
dead
una
end.
movida rara de fondo, pero...
Tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe.
Película Snuff.
And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
¿Por acá? Sí, era por acá.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Este era nuestro auto.